Okay, so I'm here at Edgewood Fun Fly with Rich Curry. And you know, Rich, I didn't think you could top yourself from last year because you had that amazing Bell 407 that we shot video of. But now you have a new helicopter, and he looks even better than the one you had before. Right. So why don't we talk a little bit about what we have here.
Okay. This is the Roban Bell 412. Comes in kit form. Pretty much ready to fly. Okay. All you gotta do is put your electronics in, get it all set up, and go. I did some modifications to it. I had some issues with it, and I was on the phone with Mike Spinner, aka Jester, a guy named Joel, Butch Wellmaker, and they told me what to do and this and that. I finally got it up to speed. There's a couple things I changed on it, where I went with the turnbuckles and burial links and balls. Okay. In the rear, I switched out the metal gearbox that came with the kit. I didn't like it because when I took the tail rotor gearbox off, the bearings had fallen out. Okay. So I changed it to nylon, no vibrations or nothing. It's a good flying machine.
So just to clarify, so this is one of their like super scale type kits?
Yes.
From Roban? Okay.
Consider the 800 size.
Okay. Now the kit you had before, the 407,
right.
That was
just
more of
a marble
fuselage
that you had to build from the ground up.
To a pod and boom.
Right.
But this is actually one of their like super scale
kits.
Yeah, it's a super scale kit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because it's very highly detailed.
Yeah.
I know that.
They did a nice job.
Okay.
All the decals are all water transfer, so they slide on nice and easy.
Okay, okay.
You know.
And it came pre-painted like this?
Pre-painted. The only thing I did was buff it out.
Okay.
And threw the decals on.
That saves a lot of time too, right?
Yes, a lot of time. A lot of blades came painted.
Okay.
Just had to check the balance on them and do that. A couple things I changed on it was the landing gear. Mike Spinner, aka, thanks Mike, good job. He made the landing gear, which puts the aircraft at a better stance than the factory that it would have came with.
Okay.
Also, what I did was I built the steps. Okay. And underneath I have the night sun and the flurry unit, which I got. And I did a few things with the interior. Obviously I put the pilot. The seats that come with it are mold, so they're very brittle. Okay. So I took those out and put the Bell helicopter seats in and seat belts, and that's it.
Okay. So it came with the electronics and everything. No electronics.
No electronics.
But it comes with basically. So you're getting your fuselage, but you're getting your scale blades, a scale head.
Right. Which I painted the head.
Yeah, you painted the head, but then your whole scale, your fuselage is already painted, right. And you're basically putting the decals on there.
Putting your decals on and putting your electronics in, and that's it.
Okay. And you're basically talking about some of the little changes that you made.
Right.
Maybe make it a little bit
more scale. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's pretty simple then.
Pretty simple. I was going to have Donnie from Georgia make me up the drop tank. I decided against it. Okay. You know, because the real 412 in LA, they have the drop tank drops the water. I just said, you know, I don't want to go that crazy. Yeah. But for the price, and if you want to do your scale detail yourself and it adds up, it's a nice flying machine. Okay,
so like, this is a good question. You know, you did the whole pod and boom and then add the fuselage to it, but you added a lot of detail in the cockpit and everything. Right. Versus this is the super scale. So
with compact mechanics.
With compact mechanics.
It fits right into the bulkhead.
It fits right into. So, I mean, do you feel it was better to just go this route, or it was easier for you in a lot of ways because everything, like I said, it's all ready to go. And it's going to fit that.
I like building from the ground up. Okay. But I had a 412 that I did back in the 90s, and that was New York City Police Department. So I said down the road, eventually wanted to do another one. Cliff had this at RCA, so I grabbed it just to see what it was all about. A lot of guys on the sites weren't happy with Roban version 1s because there was a lot of issues and stuff. The only issue I had, like I said, was with the tail. I didn't like it, so rather than fight with Roban, I chucked it, put the align on. And I look at it this way.
You put a align tail on.
Right. And if you have a good rapport with a company like Roban, a lot of guys badmouth them. Anytime I email them or call them, say, listen, this is what I got. Nobody here has the parts. They said, no problem, Rich. I had it within a week and a half.
I've heard good things about them, actually. Yeah.
I just read on some of their websites how they get screwed or something. But
you know, there's always a hater on the internet.
Yes.
It's always an easy game.
And you can't beat that.
But I mean, this just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
It flies nice. It's kind of light, you know, and I like it. I like the machine.
So how would you compare? So, like, what is the specific size for this? Is it 700 or is it more like?
This is considered an 800 size. Yeah, okay. 800 size.
More like an 800 size.
My Police 407 is a 700 size. 700. A little bit smaller.
Okay. So how would you compare like the feel of flying those boats? I mean, it's bigger, so maybe it's like you're saying, lighter, more floaty, maybe, or?
No, it kind of. Since I fly the real ones, I kind of anticipate it. You can feel it in the radio, as they say.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a little heavier than the 407.
Okay. Okay.
Just by feel. Other than that, you know, it's wider. I have a lot of openings, so you know, I like it. So I don't think it's that heavy. It comes off perfectly at half stick. And I'm flying just a little bit, 2 clicks past half. I never have to give it full collective.
Okay.
And that's it. Once you get it going, just fly it.
Okay. Now, so what were the electronics you actually went to? Obviously, 12S system.
Yeah.
Are you doing 14S or are you doing a straight 12S?
I'm doing two 5000 6Ls.
Okay.
So it's 12S system.
Okay.
I have the servos, which for this I'm not crazy about them because they have a lot of blade slop.
Okay.
It's doable. I'm using the Heli Command, which I have in all my stuff, and a Castle 160 with a fan.
The high voltage servos?
Yes. High voltage. Yeah, all high voltage, and I use a regulator to regulate everything.
Now, do you have any heat issues at all?
No, I have the fan. As you can see, it has a lot of surface area up here. So when you're going forward, everything's going in.
Everything's going in there.
Speed control is right here with a fan. So
okay.
You know, and a couple of my friends who have these, Joel in particular, he said, you know, use the 160 just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
So I went with the 160 in the first, with the fan versus the 120.
Okay. Yeah, you have 160 amps.
Yeah. So for a couple of dollars more, be safe and do it.
I'm always a big fan of putting the bigger ESC in there.
Yep.
Anyway, myself. But I love to add that, like, you're a real helicopter pilot, so you fly Bell 407 in real life, right?
L4 is long ranges.
Yeah. In Long Island area.
Long Island in the city.
Yeah. What's that like?
Boring.
Boring? Really? How can flying a real helicopter be boring? I don't know.
You do it for so long, it's second nature and it gets boring after a while.
I
should say, as you get older.
As you get, you've been doing it for a long time. But wow. But if it wasn't good enough doing it as a job, you do it in as a hobby too.
Yeah.
So
well, that's the thing. And the job is easier than this. But all in out, it's a good helicopter. I believe this is a version 2, so everything is upgraded except for the main gear.
Okay.
The new main gear that a buddy of mine told me, Mark H. He said that it's a slanted, a beveled main gear, so it will prevent the wear.
Okay.
I see very little white powder inside the deck. As of right now, I'm not worrying about it. The teeth look good. Nothing's worn out. And as well, the guys who have this say it's a daily flyer.
A daily flyer. That's nice.
It flies all the time.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's
not a hanger queen. You take it out.
Right.
And fly it
As you can see, I got blood guts all over the windshield and stuff like that, so it flies. But yeah, it's a nice machine. It flies all the time when I'm not screwing around with it.
Okay. Now, how about a lighting system? Do you have a lighting system installed?
It came with a kit.
Okay.
And then once I plugged it in, it smoked.
Okay.
I ripped it all out.
Yeah, you don't need that.
So I have nav lights in here. The only thing I did put under, you may want to look underneath, is the EMS lights.
Okay.
They're right here.
Oh wow. Yeah, look at that.
These are LED. They're super bright.
Okay.
When I hit the switch, and I have the night sun, which isn't hooked up yet.
Oh, that's gonna be really nice too when that's on.
Probably over the winter time, I'll run the navigation system in it.
Okay.
And I still have to do a little bit of body work. I have to paint here, and I got to paint the inside of the doors, which I didn't get to yet. Which is airbrush, and it's done. But like I said, it's a good flying machine, and Mike Spinner, he's the best, man. Jester, he did my landing gear on the 407. He did these. He actually powder coated. And I did a couple of hard landings, which they've only been on there for 2 weeks. They haven't cracked.
So these are the original?
No,
this is not the original Roban landing gear.
These are the ones Jester made up for me.
Okay. They really look very nice.
When I first got them, I put them alongside the machine because I had the factory ones on them. And at first I didn't like them. And then I said, you know what? I took the factory ones off, put these on, and I'm like, oh, these are much better.
Okay.
Much better.
I mean, they really look nice. They really look nice, and you have that you have the detailing running along there.
He does everything. He does everything.
Wow. And I love the blades too. The blades in the head just like really look nice.
The one thing with Roban, they need to make a good set of blades. That's the only downfall.
You're not crazy about.
Not crazy about the blades. And I guess Donnie told me that it's a hit or a miss. Jess told me the same thing. It's a hit or a miss. Either you can get a good set or you can get a bad set.
Okay.
So.
We got to balance it, right? Because you got 4 blades, so you have to make sure they're all balanced perfectly, I'm sure. So that makes it.
I gave it to the master balancer, Butch.
Butch. See, we got
Butch.
A little bit of tape here.
Butch will make a balance these for me. He got them spot on. I don't have patience for that anymore. Yeah, it's easy. It's just no patience. Every time I get them balanced, I have my cat jump on the table and throws them off. So I'm like, forget it.
And I love all that. I mean, I love, like, again, this is super scale. So it's like they have a lot of nice detail inside the cockpit. I'm going to get video of that, but it's a lot of nice little detail in there. How hard is it to get the battery in and out? I mean, that's
it's easy.
Probably a stupid question.
Which side do you want to show me? That side? Or
let's go. We'll take a look at over here.
So what I did was the doors which I didn't know, and a lot of guys who didn't know. The inside has a magnet strip.
Okay.
So
it's a magnet strip.
Guys were complaining, you know, how can I have the door fly with the doors open? And when you flew the doors open, they were cocked, more like this. Trial and error. I dropped the magnet in there by accident, and next thing you know, when I fly with the doors open, it holds it perfectly straight. So I told Mike about this, Jester, and I think he did the same thing. The batteries drop in right here on the floor.
Yeah, you got them right there. Yep. Okay, so it's very easy to get to.
Very easy, and a plate goes over the top. You don't even know they're there.
You don't even know they're there.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And then if you have to do adjustments and stuff like that, the heli commander's right here. This pops open.
Okay.
Turn. I put the door hinges on, so it'll stay. The pilots are Mavs Cabs from Germany. Super nice guy. He'll do anything you want. And I have the LAFD emblem on the side.
Wow.
That's the seat belts I put in. The Bell helicopter seats and the foot pedals I put in because what came with the kit I wasn't happy with. Which you don't see them anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it looks...
If you show it off for competition
right.
or
It looks
something.
more scale. They look inside. Okay, they got the pedals and this and that.
Are you taking this to any events at all? Or?
I'm going to be going. I just spoke to a guy who's going to be having a scale Sea-View.
Okay.
I'll be going to that one. I was just in New England at the New England scale event a couple of weeks ago. Had a great time. Great guys. And that's it. An hour event.
What is the actual difference really between you have the 407 and the 412? Like, what's the difference between the actual helicopters in real life?
407 is smaller, narrower, single engine. This is twin engine.
Okay, there we go.
It's twin. And in real life, the blades, they would think they would have Huey blades. They're not. They're a very narrow blade. Okay. Same thing with the tail. Tail blades are smaller also in the real one.
Okay, so it's two engines.
Yeah, it's twin engine.
That gives you more lifting power, and maybe if you lose an engine, do you have it? You have it as a backup.
Shut one down, you got the other one and land.
I never thought about that. Like, you know, I know in multi-engine, you know, in planes, you lose an engine. A lot of the training's about, you know, flying it on one engine.
Right.
I never thought about having more than one engine in it.
Yeah, if one blows. Yeah, a friend of mine years ago was flying a 58 for Island Helicopter, and the one engine blew, and it was, since it's a twin engine, they flew on the other engine and got back.
What's your capability on one engine? Like basically just enough to get home, or you got to land
as long as it's a good, as long as it's a good motor.
As long as it's a good motor.
Technically, get to the closest airport or closest field.
Yeah. Wow. Well, this is, like I said, this is just beautiful. There's no doubt about it. I really like it a lot.
The paint, the only thing I did was the nose was gloss. I reshot it flat.
You wanted it flat. Yeah, it definitely has a nice.
And the green tint I put on. I did an overlay. But their paint, I mean, everything, all the lines match up. The only thing I did, like I said, was buffed it out. And that was it, Yeah,
I mean, you basically took it in. I mean, it has beautiful scale detail already, but you just added a few more scale details to make it better for better looking, or the way you really wanted it to look.
All the windows come already in. You don't have to glue in. The only thing I had to do is put on this, and that's it. Wow. But all the sides, the doors, everything is done. The doors come off. You just have to be careful on how you take them out so you don't break the track. But they come out. Guys couldn't get the doors out, and I'm like, you can get it out. You can get it. It goes in, you can get it out.
What's it like transporting a heli this size? It's kind of big, right?
It fits in that car, no problem. I just break everything down. I keep it up top and slide it back.
Because you have like a Ford
Explorer.
Like an Explorer, yeah.
But everything on here that I built is designed to fall off on impact.
Fall off on impact. Okay, that's
like
good.
the fins, I've knocked off so many times coming up the stairs.
Okay.
I just go 5-minute epoxy and put it on. So it's this way, it doesn't crack the fuselage if it crashes.
It's just going to come off.
It'll fall right off. Same thing with the steps. They'll fall off. All this will fall right off.
Wow.
If it hits.
If it hits, yeah. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not is right.
All right, well, like I said, this is very beautiful, and hopefully we're going to get some good video of it flying. So, and thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. There you go, Rich.